motto is, if we say it long enough, the masses will believe it. And the truth is now suspect, and their lies become mainstream. You never hear liberals, so-called journalists, say, I stand corrected, I was wrong. Instead, they continue to hunker down and attack anyone with opposing ideology, even when they know that they're wrong. Their manifesto is, by any means necessary. I appreciate being able to share that. Now I want to switch to a very interesting subject that has come across my desk in the recent days. Representative Darrell Issa of California has introduced a resolution that's aimed at reversing the 2 impeachments of President Donald Trump in the House of Representatives in a move that he says will rectify a situation where Democrats used knowingly false claims in a partisan attempt to destroy the president's reputation. The resolution referred to the House Judiciary Committee declares that both of Trump's impeachments approved by the House in 2019 and 2021 should be formally expunged as if such article has never passed the full House of Representatives. The fact is that the Constitution doesn't spell out what to do when you're wrongfully indicted somebody. An impeachment, he says, is basically an indictment, and it's an indictment that you can't really be acquitted from. If you're impeached by the House, famously, where do you go to get your reputation back is the question. And Representative Issa says that's sort of a problem that we're dealing with, which is that the president was wrongfully accused. The evidence is now out there that there was withheld information and false information, but where do we go to unring this bell? And the answer is, if we go back to Congress, and then we can go to the House floor and have a vote. The resolution makes the case that the 2019 impeachment was based on unreliable and politically biased information, pointing to newly declassified material that it says undermines the credibility of the anonymous whistleblower whose complaint triggered the inquiry. And Representative Issa says the Democrats broke every House rule in their impeachment quest, and a source that's close to his office says that prominent Democrats have admitted, in private, that information revealed since the impeachments reflects so poorly on the House and represents an example of what's gone wrong in the Capitol and in Washington. And furthermore, in a press release earlier this year, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, she announced the declassification of documents that she says revealed a coordinated effort within the intelligence community to manufacture a conspiracy that was used as the basis to impeach President Trump in 2019. Oh my God! But do we remember? Do we remember when we heard right here on Talkline the big lie being told? Donald Trump is guilty of Russian collusion, and he ought to be put in prison. He shouldn't even be allowed to be in that Oval Office. Remember the lie, folks? Do you remember the lie? And in the words of the president, nothing but a witch hunt. Yes, sir. A conspiracy designed by the Trump haters intended to remove him from office. And you see, folks, what is dangerous about this, in effect, they wanted to cancel out the results of the 2016 election. The message was clear. To hell with the American voters who put him in office. They're not.
Who stole him in office. Cheated to get his goddamn ass in office. He ain't shit.
As pertaining to the future of this country. And there's no better example of the kind of hate that was taking place for this man at that time than Miss Maxine Warren. We remember her. She'd tell her supporters, I want you to shake your fist in the faces of these MAGA people. That kind of behavior should clearly tell the audience this morning why it is that Jim Hogsett says the demonic forces of hell have invaded that Democratic Party. And of course, every time I make that declaration, we're told that I have said that everyone who belongs to that party is demonic. But you see, that's another lie. I haven't said that. I didn't say that this morning. Another lie, one right after the other. Have a wonderful day, sir. God bless you. Take care.
Good morning, you're on Talkline. Okay, I guess they just don't want to talk to us. All right, 222 9224. 2229224. Glad.
He pretended like he didn't hear Michael and hung up on him and said, I don't guess nobody wants to talk. That's how these racist people are.
We don't have to do.
All right. Well, good.
We can do it like we want to do it.
Y'all white supremacists are evil and you're pure sick.
Everybody's talking about Comey now on the news, you know, about what he posted about the president and, you know, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, how stupid does he think the American people are? Now, I know he's high up in the government. You know, he's the head guy in some of those plots that they got going on. And, you know, his job was to try to take Trump down. And we say that without any proof. You know, we didn't see any paperwork personally. But when you listen to him talk and he reports on stuff and all the times that he tried to take Trump down, to get him kicked out of office, you know, it just went on and on and on. And, you know, he wasn't the only one. You know, he had a running buddy that was in there with him. And, you know, they know that it was all a hoax to start with. And the American people know it was a hoax to start with. So, you know, I've always told my wife and other people when if Comey comes up, I said, you know, he's the one. Comey's the one that they have to go after. Because if they can get him to talk, if they can get him to fall, then that pyramid will fall down. He'll come on down with the rest of them. He'll name names, you know. Because if he don't talk, he's going to go to jail. He ain't going to like it. You know, this is a nationwide thing. Everybody in the United States has heard about this. There's no place you could move him to, no courtroom you could try him in, that there ain't people in there that hadn't heard about what he's done or what he attempted to do. You know, and he may have done the thing on the beach may have been just a prank or a hoax. You know, but if you was talking about your neighbor down the street or your cousin or your brother, you know, it would mean the same thing. It would mean the same thing. You just on a little higher grade of person here in the you know, talking about the president. Now, when you threaten somebody in a silent way, and that's what this 86 thing does, everybody already knew that means take them out. You know, I mean, that's what that meant back in the day. Well, that things hadn't changed. You know, and when he put the 47 on there, that just told who it was. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is. So he's, you know, mentally, he's guilty. We know he's guilty. And of all the stuff that he tried to push on the president, you know, he did this, he did that. You know, everybody knows already he's guilty. You know, they know it. They know what I know. They know what you know. Now, you know, you can say, well, I don't know whether he's guilty or not. Well, you can say that. I just said it. He's guilty. You know, and it's the price to pay for everything we do in life, regardless which end it's on.
Well, you know, he admitted that he did the seashell thing. You know, he said, yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
He said, I didn't think it was any big deal, but I did it. You know, so, I mean, he admitted that. He's admitted a lot of the other things. Now, is he going to end up in jail because of those things? I don't know. Probably not.
Well, you know,
you can say he's guilty all you want, but the thing is he is innocent until he's proven guilty. And are they going to prove that he did these things? Who knows? I don't know. You know, he's pretty
Well,
high up. We don't really get after
you know,
the high up people very often.
I don't think that they just used that one deal to get this summons from the grand jury to take him to court.
Mhm.
I don't believe it was just one thing. I think there's other stuff that's going on with it.
Well, it's sort of like the Al Capone thing, where they, you know, they knew that he murdered himself and called people to have people murdered and all that kind of stuff. They couldn't prove it, so they got him for tax evasion. You know, that may be something like this is. You know, they may not be able to get him for some of the things that they feel like they know he did, but he's admitted that he did this, so they're going to accuse him of this. You know, which I think is almost
Right.
ridiculous. It's so
Okay, you're
silly.
exactly right. I'm glad that you brought that up about Al Capone and the taxes and stuff like that right there. And, you know, these politicians that we got that's made all this money, you know, did they pay the taxes on it? Did the Somalis in Chicago or up in that area, did they pay taxes on all that money they sent out of the country? We don't know that.
Oh no, we do know. No, they didn't. We know they didn't. That's
you
something
know,
we know.
Well, see now, the first thing should happen, as far as them being persecuted or prosecuted, they should have been, the tax man should have went in there and said, okay, here we go, baby. You owe us taxes on $30 million.
Well, if they
$30
convict them, they'll get around to that.
You know,
But
$30
you gotta
million.
convict them
that's
of
more.
something else first before they do that. That's usually the last thing that they do, is go after you for taxes.
Right, but that's, you know, you can't send them back without taking the money away from them. And it's that simple. If you can acquire any way of getting any of that money back, you know, the government's got their fingers in a lot of things. They can suck your money out of different places.
Sure they can. Sure. They can.
And until they get some of that money back, you don't want to send them back because they need to be in jail for a while. You know.
Well, you know, they already have somebody in jail. You know that. They convicted
Well,
somebody.
yeah, I've been keeping up with a little bit of it. They are.
Yeah, they stole all my money. Somebody need to go to jail. They took everything I got, and I'm disabled, and I worked all my life. And now that I'm disabled, they took everything I got. They some sorry, evil people here.
The same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
you know, that's just hearsay, but
No, it's not hearsay. There are a lot of people that are speaking right out saying that because she did this and this and this, she should be kicked out of office. But good luck with that. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
listen, you have a great day.
You too. Take care. 222-9224. 222-9224. All right.
You see that thing on TV where the log had to go to the bathroom at the rest stop or something, and then a big old black bear come running out.
No. I bet that was hilarious. I love the videos. I love the videos with animals in them. You know, the things that animals do, especially bears, because they get up on the front
There
porch.
was about 3 or 4 sheriffs there, and they opened the door, and they had to holler at him, and the bear come out and went on off. Evidently, he didn't go to the woods that time.
I guess. No, I haven't seen that, but I have seen people open the door and there's a bear in the motel room.
The other day, it was funny. But Jim calls in, my dog runs to the phone. And Michael calls in and he runs off the phone. I don't know. You got a crazy show there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Some days crazier than others.
I know.
All right.
Well, you look up, see if you can find that bear on TV. They said that bear going out, there was 5 or 6 police officers out there, and they said something was going on in the bathroom, and they opened the door, and the bear run out.
Well, yeah, something was going on there, wasn't it? All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. I saw it. This was, you know, you don't know.
The last time we cut the oil off to an Asiatic country, we wound up with World War II, didn't we?
I don't know that was the reason that we ended up with World War II.
The Japanese were expanding in the 20s and 30s. They had had a major war with Russia and had beat them pretty good. And they come up with this idea in the United States to embargo all oil supplies to Japan. And it didn't work too well. We wound up with December 7th, and that was all over the oil supply. So here we are. We've done cut off somewhere between 80 and 90% of the oil to China. Now, you know, they're a communist country, and they have one goal in life, and that is to survive and expand their communism to the rest of the world. And we're going down a path that's littered with landmines. And Trump's going to have to walk softly. He's carrying a big stick, but he's having to walk softly. But he's one of the few presidents we've ever had that I trust enough to think that he will go to China and he'll get a bunch of stuff fixed. But now the Chinese have just about got the same credibility as the Iranians do. They got no force. And what are your opinions on that?
Well, I think that the Chinese are entirely different than the Iranians. The Iranians are not a superpower. The Chinese are. You know, if you're going to really make somebody mad with your ideas, if you're the president of the United States, you'd be better off not making the Chinese real mad because they've got a lot of power. The Iranians don't have much power. Now, I think the thing that Trump and President Xi understand about each other is that that the Chinese depend on the United States for trade and money, and that Trump understands that. He understands trade and he understands finances. And I think that's why they seem to get along okay. They seem to be more friendly than others have been with the Chinese. So I think they understand each other, and I think that once you have understanding, that doesn't mean you have to like somebody, but you understand them. And I think those two understand each other, and I think they will come away from this trip with positive things. More positive things than negative things. Now, trying to negotiate with Iran is an entirely different thing altogether. They'll tell you one thing and do something else the next minute. The Chinese are not quite like that. They may tell you something and then not do it later on, but it won't be right away. They're not. They're pretty stable in what they will and will not do. Most of the time, if they're not going to do it, they tell you they're not going to do it. So, I think the two of them are two different kinds of leadership in those countries. One,
you remember when China went through the Red Revolution? They shot a lot of their own people at that time too.
Yeah, well, that's an entirely different thing. We're not talking about, they're not going to be negotiating about that. If you want to talk about who is the cruelest country, I think that the Iranians and the Chinese are equally cruel. They're both major cruelty in the past, and in the present. So, that's not what we're talking about, or at least that's not what I thought you were talking about. Talking about how is Trump, who's in China now, how is he and Xi going to get along? And I think they're doing great. I think they understand each other, and they will come away with positive things.
I think when Trump gets over, he's going to tell them that 40 years ago, we didn't buy hardly nothing from China. And now we get our air conditioners and our refrigerators and our TV sets and a whole lot of the raw material to make our chemicals. But Trump can tell them, and he means it when he tells them, we don't need you. We'll get somebody else to make our TV sets. We'll get somebody else to supply our raw materials. I mean, we would depended on just one or two places to get chips. Chips run everything. And now, what are we doing? We're building major chip plants here in the United States.
And we've made agreements with other places to get rare earth minerals, which is what we need from China. But the main thing that they need to work on with China makes something like 90% of drugs, because it's just, cheaper to get them from China. We got to put a stop to that. And I think that's one of the things they're going to be talking about.
Well, I say we've got a major supply of rare earth over here. But between government regulation and just plain stubbornness, they don't want to dig it up here. But we can go, if we really tried. I mean, look what happened when Trump was in there. What was his slogan? Drill, baby, drill. And now, this day, this morning, this second, we are pumping oil out of the ground. We don't need a single drop of oil from anybody. But we're at the mercy of the stock traders and the oil future traders up there in New York. Those are the ones that have went directly north with the prices of gasoline. I paid over $4 a gallon, and I should be paying about $1.25. We are exporting gasoline. We are exporting oil right now. What is it now? $100 a barrel, somewhere in that vicinity. And it got up one time as high as 120. And see, everybody's making a pile of money out of this. But I do believe that President Trump has the power to declare a national emergency. He can tell all these oil companies, well, you can't ship anything overseas. We're shipping oil to Japan right now because they're our buddies now. But Second World War, we cut off all the oil. That's like when in the last days of the war, the biggest battleship in the world. I mean, a monster of a battleship. And I think the name of it was the Yamamoto. And they drained oil out of everywhere they had. They were down to nothing on oil to send that battleship in one suicide mission. And by that time of the war, battleships were no longer the primary weapon. It was airplanes with great big bombs, armor-piercing shells, and that Japanese battleship never made it to the battle. It got bombed
right. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, just wanted to do a little history. We need to remember that when we start doing stuff.
All right.
To the last caller, and I don't think he has the full understanding of the relationship between China and the United States. Trump is not going there to be hateful and tell the people we don't need you. Trump is going there to increase trade. But the people he took with it. And if he did tell the Chinese, look, we don't need you, the farmers here is not going to like that because hell, the United States sells China things too, like soybeans and all kind of products. So you got these Trump. I don't think he even knows Trump. Trump is praising the Chinese president as being a friend of his.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's the person. Trump wants to trade. The people he took with him want to trade with China. To have the attitude that this man's got about trade with other people, that doesn't work. Trump got that nasty attitude with Democrats and certain ethnic groups, but when it comes to a guy like the Chinese president, Trump want to be buddies with him. He want to trade with him. It's not like that at all. Trump puts on the front. It's just my opinion. Trump just puts on the front for people who don't really understand the trades. He wants those people to see him as being tough, and that's what they're looking for.
Projecting. Jush. Okay, you got a King of Pentacles here, okay? All right. So this could be a King of Pentacles here. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups energy here, all right? Child, that's what I'm saying. Like, this somebody was celebrating a lover not coming towards you, but I guarantee, honey, again, darkness, the devil does not have control over the divine. Somebody was like, what does you call it? I almost want to say a fill-in here, okay? A not diversion, a decoy. It feels like this person was a decoy, okay? It feels like somebody is a decoy, and they're celebrating this here. Damn, somebody could have passed away, and they're celebrating this because this person didn't come in for you. And I'm not getting a connection to this King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Now, this also could just represent, lovers in general, especially if I'm speaking to a divine feminine here, okay? And somebody could have died in this group if they were working together, all right? Somebody's ass could have died. They could have found this person. Damn, and the Spirit said that's justice. Break, because they didn't want to stop. Eternal curse and break in the reverse. I heard no signs of stopping. Somebody's like, I'm not stopping. And it's like, okay, you're not getting anywhere, okay? Yeah. Ambulance had to come and pick somebody up. Let's see. This person wanted to stop you from moving forward here, okay? It's ridiculous. It's sad. 1933 could be significant, honey. Yeah, 8 of Wands here, okay? With the 4, yeah, they didn't want to stop. They didn't want to stop. You got the 4 of Cups out here twice. You got the Knight of Cups out here twice with the King of Pentacles. They kept sending this energy for you to be rejected, neglected, and feeling disrespected, honey. Okay? Yeah, this person was also trying to hide the truth. Okay? So you can know a specific truth about them here. All right? Anything else Spirit want us to know about this situation here? Okay? This is just a timeline of, again, that figure 8 energy here. I'm hearing robot. This person was like, that's how they're operating on autopilot here, okay? This is just a timeline of projection and backfires and return to sender here. And somebody could have crowed, okay? Heartbreak residue. Somebody could have had a heart attack here, all right? Yeah, protect your peace and secure the bag. I feel like that's what you're focused on here, okay? Emotional detox. So maintaining a vibration and staying focused is what you've been doing here. Yeah, new skills activated here. You got to upgrade, honey, and you passed the test. And you detox something out of your energy. The 3 a.m. thought here, okay? You're getting upgrades, DNA upgrades at night. If somebody attacked you at night, you could have actually gotten an upgrade. It could have gotten transmuted. Something about your dreams here, okay? Your upgrades can have something to do with your dreams. You bring something real. Confidence builds from within here. Like somebody was a sad case, all right? And it led to a basket case here, okay? This is getting deep. Yeah, for them it is. For you, I'm just getting the energy of shoe fly because it's the same old shit. It's the same old shit here. Love. It's the same old shit here. Love bomb and withdraw. Wow. Yeah, I'm hearing love them and leave them. This has been this person's love life, okay? Maybe this person has never had a commitment here. Group chat energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Libra here. Okay, wrong timing. So they're saying something was the wrong timing. They're chatting. Again, because somebody's ass is sick. I don't know if they croaked or they were just, I don't know, somebody had to call the ambulance. I don't know. All right. Situationship spiral. Something is going on. Situationship spiral. Something is going on. I almost want to say going off. There could have been some type of alarms that were going off here. Half in, half out. Somebody lost consciousness here. Yeah, whatever this ritual was or seance, honey, it didn't go well. Okay? The universe pushes back. I can't make it up. Yeah, night, child. All right, collective, that has been.
It's like it's a lot of fighting and arguments and all types of BS going on in this home. And there's a King of Swords too on the bottom of the deck in reverse. This was just like this, sitting on like this. So, but yeah. So this is the unhappy home, and it's like whoever is in this home, in this unhappy home. Because I had a video I had a reading about this message about somebody. Well, did I? I don't know. Anyway, somebody's tired of hearing about you. Somebody didn't want to hear about you anymore. And this can go for both the karmics. Like one karmic is saying like, they tired of hearing about you and the other one probably too, the other significant other one is probably saying, I'm tired of you talking about them. Both people are talking about they tired of it, listening to you or talking about, like, it's just weird energy that I'm getting. And you know what? I just realized all these different, if you could see, different versions of this person. I don't know. That was just confusing because you got both people. If that makes sense, what I just said to you, collective. You got both people that's tired of hearing about you. Nobody won't let you go. Remember I made a video? I did make a video about it. Nobody won't let you rest. Your name rest. These people will stay talking about you in the house, in this household. Y'all gotta let it go. And it's like, it's almost like they can't escape you. Like, are they trapped? It's like they can't escape. What the fuck? It's like they're stuck in this neighborhood, in this community, in this household, and they can't escape you, the thought of you. It's like you're trapped in their heads. I guess all that negative projecting and all that energy that they were sending out, the evil eye, it backfired so bad on them that now they're stuck with all these, negative thoughts in their head about you and just everything about the good. And it's not all of that. When I say negative thoughts, it's really like you and your good news is negative thoughts to them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to fucking hear it. Yo, this is crazy. It's like they're trapped. I left. Somebody left this needy ass, too codependent, always whining, unsatisfied, always crying. And you know what? When you hear emotional, people think that emotional means just crying and whining. No, it could be all the emotions. One minute they're happy, then they're angry, unsatisfied. They always got an attitude. This card came out on the first, landing over this, and then this card up, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, come on. A lot of people are fighting over this King of Pentacles. Whoever this Three of Wands is, must be this King of Pentacles coming towards you. And then you got all these little groupies out here fighting for your position. Mind you, this is landed on top of this, like this. This person back is turned. They ain't worrying about these other people that's in competition with themselves. Like, nobody even know who's the fuck they fighting over there. Like, everybody hitting each other, competing. They don't even know. Because this person is going the other way. This is the boss. You got a King of Pentacles out here, a whole boss. Who's digging you? The Queen of Wands. Okay? They digging you. They ain't worrying about these other flunkies. This King of Pentacles could care less about these other flunkies. They over there fighting in a what? For what? They probably fighting because he got money. He or she in this energy. They got money. But we're going to put it in fit. It look like a male earth sign going after fire sign. A female fire sign. Okay? But you can put the genders wherever it fit. But you can put the genders wherever it fit. But this is what it is. Looks like a whole bunch of flunkies fighting for this. And this person ain't even worrying about them. Like, are you serious? They just want his money. They just want his status. For being with him. With his status. They just want clout. Motherfuckers, what are y'all fighting for? But and you see how the Queen of Wands came out there. Hold on. Yeah, she put the rest to that. You see the death card is out there. But you see how the Queen of Wands is looking the other way while all these little other people is fighting and looking stupid.
Ten of Pentacles. It's got something to do with money too. That's what it is. It's like somebody didn't see your value, they didn't see your worth, or if they did, they were just stupid, really, really dumb. Had a lapse in judgment, whatever the case. They were manipulated, whatever the case. It's like somebody sees your worth. You are this Empress upright. We have mature woman upright. Ten of Pentacles. This is probably, sitting in Queen of Pentacles energy, this is probably either what you have or where you are headed fast. So somebody who devalued you, they see it's hard to ignore now the fact that maybe you are winning. Maybe you're winning. Now somebody wants a Two of Cups. I want to be with you. So what? I said you was a big head hole. I was just playing. But it's just the Magician reverse. This manipulation. This is somebody who won't take accountability. They won't apologize. They're not going to come in with you know what? I really fucked up. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that, I devalued you. I lied on you. I was a total piece of shit and didn't reciprocate any of the energy you gave to me. No, they're not going to do that. They want to manipulate. They want to bend your will, right? So get the fuck out of here. It's not happening. The Hangman. This is somebody stuck. They are stuck. And it's of their own doing. They can sit around mad at you or whoever the hell they want to be mad at. You know what I'm saying? They're stuck and it's their own doing. Five of Wands. They're stuck and they're mad about it. Five of Wands. Chaos, fights, tension. They could be fighting with others. They're stuck and it's their own doing. Five of Wands. They're stuck and they're mad about it. Five of Wands. Chaos, fights, tension. They could be fighting with others. Because something wasn't given to them. They couldn't take something. Or they did take something. Three of Pentacles reverse. Or maybe they were taken from by a third party. They're fighting with a third party. They're fighting with somebody. In this abundant energy, somebody else is at the Five of Pentacles. They're left out. They're out in the cold from you. Granted, this is the choices they made. You know what I'm saying? Is it not? Make it make sense. The sun reversed. There's no growth. There's no expansion. They're really unhappy. And you know, it's your job to make sure I'm happy. Come back and make me happy like you used to.
No, absolutely not. The way y'all treated me was pure evil, pure sickening, and pure wicked. You deserve everything terrible that happens to you.
What else for this line? Ice King reverse. King of Swords reverse. Libra energy. Could be any sign. This is a liar. A liar. If this is not a narcissist, this is somebody with they are narcissist adjacent. Like right across the street. Right next door. Something. Like, it's just, this is a liar. Unexpected money. Like I said, this is all clarifying emotional pain. This is all clarifying enthusiasm reverse. And I heard it's not fun anymore when that came out. Or when I first started pulling on it. This is somebody that was maybe they were expecting some type of money, or they got paid something, they were offered something, but all that, you know, all they really gained was emotional pain. You know, maybe it was fun once upon a time, you know, shitting on an empress, right? Betraying a soulmate, or whatever the case, a earth angel. You know, maybe that was fun to a fucking weird ass at one point in time. Yeah, maybe it was fun. It's not anymore. They trusted the wrong people. This is somebody who trusted the wrong people. I saw High Honor reverse. Trusted, High Honor reverse, Karmic Femme reverse. They trusted, you know, biscuit head, pineapple face, you know, creepy crawler, whoever that was, man or woman. And yeah, that's somebody that was not trustworthy. They shouldn't have trusted this person. Downward spiral, you know, rolling down their own mountain of deceit, and this person decided to join them. I'm gonna pull from Order in the Court as well. Somebody who ended up doing just hurting themselves. And I'm gonna pull from Order in the Court as well. I feel like this is somebody who ended up doing just hurting themselves. In the process of trying to like get over on you, they hurt themselves. Illegal investigation. TMZ, wannabes, ops, strangers, fans, nosy hoes. They could have trusted the ops. You know, they trusted some people that was like working against, you know, you, them, all of it. It came out, I saw it reverse. So it's like maybe like an illegal investigation is over, or somebody's exposed. These are people that could have been stalking you, watching you, spying on you, what have you. And they've been exposed for being weird as hell. Now they're losing control. Weakened, frantic, anxious, unhinged, chaotic, argumentative, spazzy, and demanding. Losing control. They better gain control real quick. Snap the fuck back. Secure foundation. These are people that are mad. Somebody's mad. They're pissed because you have a secure foundation. You know, paid every practitioner, did every black magic spell or manipulation they could Google, right? And you still have a secure foundation. Why is that? Why is that, beloved, that you have this secure foundation despite having so many weirdos coming for you? Why is that? Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Why are they not winning? Why are they not getting what they want? Because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Worried about the wrong shit. Worried about collective, like dumb diddy dum dum. Witches and warlocks campaigning against you behind the scenes. They're exposed. That came out reverse too. They're exposed. So busy worried about you and your secure foundation, like when they should be washing the fucking road. Campaigning campaigning against you behind the scenes. Weak, trash, garbage. Seriously, garbage asses. Hidden in plain sight. I feel like you know who these people are. I feel like you know who they are. The weirdos that's working, like, they think they're so fucking hidden, right? No. I feel like you know who they are.
I do.
Property damage. Home, car,
Yep,
furniture,
they did
destruction,
all of that.
windows,
Property
chemicals,
damage.
fire, vandalism. This is upright. I don't know if these fucking weirdos are planning to damage your property. Which is, I mean, it's elementary, it's childish. Especially when you were just minding your business the entire time. From the beginning.
I was minding my own business and even helping them. But what do? They get together and backstab me. The church, the whole community, all of them are under a curse.
Hell to pay. I just heard hell to pay. Hell to pay. Maybe if they come for your shit, yeah, property there, yeah, try it.
They've
Property
already
damage.
done
Somebody
it.
wants to damage your property for whatever reason, yeah. They above the law reversed, baby. Controlling, superiority, God complex, reckless. Above the law reversed. Like I said, they're not above the law. Maybe they think they are. They paid off and, greased enough palms. No, baby. I heard hell to pay. So maybe, yeah, they come for your shit and they will have hell to pay. Could be a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Somebody involved could be a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Somebody involved could be a Scorpio. There's a Scorpio doing spell work. Trying to manipulate energy, control, or dominate. This person could be doing spell work currently. This is somebody surrounded by evil. This is a scorned lover, friend, revenge, schemes, drama, plots. People are so fucking weird. They're so weird. Secret dealings coming out. They will be exposed.
On Sunday mornings, they in there shouting and hollering, screaming, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, like they saints. And they ain't nothing but acting devils. They pretend for the camera because they're being recorded. They are horrible people.
Against you behind the scenes, may they all be exposed and read for filth. So be it. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. Dangerous company, ops in the camp. That's reverse. I feel like maybe you got rid of somebody. There could have been an op. Somebody that made a deal with the devil. You got rid of their ass because they're weird as fuck. Somebody always lying. Why you always lying? This could have been a competitor, somebody that had a similar business to you. They're not having business success. This is in the upright. It could be significant. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Shit. Authority reverse. Authority reverse. Just now I got like Emperor energy reverse. This could be like somebody losing authority, somebody losing status, power, or this could have been an abuse of power. High honor reverse. Somebody could be losing power because they abused power. This is somebody in lustful energy. They tried to project some type of lustful energy towards you. You could be somebody single, successful, independent. Nine of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who tried to manipulate your emotions, and I feel like they failed. They tried to project some type of lustful energy towards you. You could be somebody single. This is somebody who tried to manipulate your emotions, and I feel like they failed. Something backfired. Because you're an earth angel. Somebody was unable to steal something because you're an earth angel. Something is going back. Destruction reverse. Mentally and emotionally unstable. Something's going back. Somebody's trying to manipulate your emotions and that shit. Abuse reverse. I said that. Somebody could have abused some type of power. I feel like if something was sent towards you, somebody tried to direct something your way, it has gone back, boomeranged, slapped the spit out of somebody. They could be mentally and emotionally unstable. Well, authority, reverse. Nine of Swords. Somebody's stressing out. Nine of Swords, this talks about sleepless nights, anxiety, depression. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Bad luck, bad fortune, bad karma. I get the energy of like a loss. Knight of Wands reverse. This is either somebody that wanted to bully, which I get that. This could be a very sexual, overly sexually excessive energy. A player energy, if you will. Somebody aggressive. Somebody manipulative. A bully. Like a bully, a tyrant. Eight of Cups reverse. And they didn't want to stop. Whoever this is, it's like they were trying to bully you, they were trying to dominate you, they were trying to control you, and they did not want to stop. They refused to stop, didn't want to walk away from it. Despite taking losses. Four of Swords reverse. This could be somebody in bad health. I get a tug on mental. Like, you know, somebody is, I saw that somewhere too, mentally and emotionally unstable because something backfired. I mean, they could have left you alone and everything would be fine, right? The Mob reverse. Is somebody kicked out of a group? Has somebody left a group? Is a group no longer... There's been a group of people exposed. Could be a police officer or an investigator, a detective, a judge. I feel like this is somebody in the upright, a sword in the upright. This is somebody who, like, the Star upright. I feel like it's one of the good guys. This is somebody who's seen you. They've seen everything. There's somebody who's seen your strength. They've seen your courage, your abilities to overcome obstacles. This is somebody who may have seen or, you know, witnessed the lies, the treachery that you were subjected to. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. You see, there's a person on a stand with their hand up and their fingers crossed. Like, oh, I sure hope this lie, you know, goes through. I sure hope they don't realize that I'm lying my ass off because I'm a piece of shit. Piece of shit. I feel like this is somebody who saw it all. It's over, whatever that was. The World. The cycle of lies and treachery is over. The Moon. Three of Wands. Somebody here is choosing to go a different way. There's somebody that's stressing out, they're taking losses, and I feel like they've made a conscious decision to, you know, move on from a situation. Like, you know what? Focusing on this person or focusing on this outcome, working towards this outcome is doing nothing but fucking me up. Try something else. King of Cups reverse. I guess it could be somebody emotionally manipulative. King of Pentacles reverse. Or rich guy reverse. This could be somebody taking a financial loss. Our earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Abundance. A relationship. Is there something? Rising Star reverse. There could be somebody, take where it resonates. There's somebody in this equation that they're focused on a relationship. They want a relationship because of what comes with it. Or what they think comes with it. And this is not going to be for everybody. Take what resonates. I get a scenario in a situation where somebody could have been secretly working against you. This could be somebody that you're currently entertaining or somebody you were entertaining in the past. They were secretly working against you, but they have decided not to because they are taking losses. This is somebody who wants a relationship because they're in a tough spot. This could have been somebody who held an authority position. You know, they could have had, you know, they could have been a boss, a manager or something, a supervisor. I feel like they've lost things. Authority reverse. They have lost things. This is somebody who currently could be going through something. They're losing things. They're stressing out. Maybe they lost a job. Maybe they lost 2 jobs. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Things are not going their way currently. So this is somebody who wants to, could have really, shit on you, could have really betrayed you. But they want a relationship because it secures abundance for them. Because this is somebody who is losing money. They want to try a different route now. This is somebody experiencing a fall from grace. Rising star, reverse. This is somebody, they're losing things. So naturally, it's like, yeah, but this is somebody that was helping the ops, flying monkey. This is somebody that was working against you. Maybe they were paid to work against you. Now they want to go a different way because shit's getting real. Their karma is unfolding right before their eyes. This is somebody really stressed out. Concerned, saw reverse. This is somebody really stressed out. They feel bad. This is somebody who they want to avoid legal trouble. They want to avoid an ending. So they're casting illusions. This is somebody it's a facade. Somebody's wearing a mask. Take what resonates. This is somebody trying to manipulate you into thinking that they are. This is somebody who could have a health concern. King of Wands energy, boss. King of Wands energy. Could be a fire sign. Opposition. Karma reverse. Literally, that's basically what I'm getting. Somebody is getting bad karma for opposing you. They were secretly working against you. This King of Wands energy. Now they could be having health issues. This is somebody who they lacked honor. They lacked integrity.